Tonight on That's Dark.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
We have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times.
Yes, ma'am. I see it. There's a waiting for a deputy to respond.
They haven't come here yet.
I'm aware, ma'am. I see it. It's waiting for a deputy to respond.
You're waiting for a deputy to respond?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA. I don't know when they'll be there.
So how long do we need to wait? This is an emergency.
Ma'am, we have the information, but they're trying to get to someone as soon as possible.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we are very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
After 3 calls to the police regarding a missing child, police finally responded. Follow us through the disturbing and infuriating case of Madeline Soto. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
It's Alyssa.
And Heather.
And we have the Madeline Soto case today, so a very much trigger warning because it's going to make y'all real angry. So we got our coffees, and we got Bear here.
Coffee was a must.
It was a very much so must.
I'm so tired today.
Oh my God.
A lot of fun. It's all from fun, but...
Yes. Oh my God, yesterday was so fun. We'll do a little bit of a just a tiny happy chit chat because...
Probably needed, honestly.
Definitely needed.
Like, I don't know a ton about this case because I know you were covering it, so I love to hear things like... You know, so I just stayed out of it, but I know the basics, and it already made me mad. So
it's just wild to me. But yesterday was a fun day. We got to go to Hollywood Studios and have a good Disney day and all happiness. And then today,
and out of that Disney day, because how we are. We decided to do a Star Wars Christmas.
Yes. We will now be having a Star Wars Christmas.
And I don't even watch Star Wars, but I'm like, yes.
I've seen them all, but I'm not a huge fan.
I have not.
I know that is very controversial to say.
It is. I'm going to say something that will probably raise a lot of hackles. I've seen that, which would be the not first one. It would be the last one in the how it goes, but the quote unquote first one ever made. I'll put that out. The original,
the prequels.
The prequels. So the first one that was ever made, like the original, the one with
Anakin. And,
no, I'm talking about like the first one that was ever made, like in the 70s.
Yeah, with Anakin.
Is it Anakin?
That's who Darth Vader.
I didn't know.
Before he was Darth Vader.
That. Here, that's my knowledge is so bad. But the only thing that I took away from that is that Chewbacca looks like John Travolta. When I saw it, I was like, wow, that looks like. But I also was so annoyed at Luke. I was like, stop being a whiny baby. He was like, okay. I don't want to do that. Like, he was so
Those are the ones I don't like.
Yeah.
Anything with Luke?
Awful.
I don't like him.
He was such a baby.
I like I don't know.
You like the prequels.
The prequels.
The newer.
No, not the new ones.
No, the newer.
Like, so confusing.
I know, it's so hard.
Not the ones with Luke in it.
No.
And I hate, what's the guy's name that everybody loves? Oh my God. The one where it's like, I love you. And he says, I know. The one everybody literally
loves. Obi-Wan?
No.
Who was that guy?
Oh my God. He's literally like.
Oh, the one that Harrison Ford played in the original.
Yes. Oh shit.
What is his name?
Oh my freaking God.
He's that guy.
Oh my God. I gotta look it up now.
Not Luke Skywalker. He is Tom Solo.
Yes, Han Solo.
I said Tom Solo.
Han Solo, can't stand him.
No.
Don't like him.
I honestly didn't like anyone.
I don't like Leia.
No, I hate Leia. Sorry.
Now, the prequels, I love them. The ones with Anakin, like young Anakin.
I'm gonna have to give him
before he becomes Darth Vader. Those are my favorite, like even more so than the new ones. And I know a lot of people don't like the new ones.
Yeah.
I liked the new ones. I thought they were pretty good.
You know, I just have a thing with movies with desert in them.
I do too.
I don't like it.
You'll
It
like
makes
the
me feel
prequel.
icky.
You will like the prequels then,
Okay,
because
okay.
it takes place, and I cannot remember the name, but it's the very pretty place where the girl that he's dating, I can't remember her name.
Padme?
Padme,
Padme, okay.
Where she lives, and it's pretty, and I love Padme, and I liked Anakin before he became an asshole. But that's a whole other story.
But if I had to be like, I don't know, it's so weird. Like if it's deserty, I'm like, ugh.
I am the same way.
But I love going to like the West. I love seeing it.
Yeah.
But I don't like watching a movie.
I don't
where
either.
It's all sandy.
And that's why I've never seen, what is the other Harrison Ford movie? Indiana Jones.
Okay, so I have to say,
Nope.
I liked quite a few of the Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Because it doesn't all go in the desert. There's only
Okay.
one. They have like jungle. They have like, I have to say like they're good.
Okay.
I do like them.
I could do the jungle.
Yeah, there's jungle.
I could get down with
I think
that.
there's like one or two that's desert.
Yeah, I can't.
And that's like, but I also love the Mummy, and that's desert.
Me too. Me too. I love the Mummy. I don't see. This is the same conversation I have with Andrew, and he's like, "I don't understand you. You don't make sense." And I'm like, "I can't explain it.
Explain it either.
It's just how I
can't
am.
explain it. It's just that most movies with desert, I'm like, ugh, I hate that.
know.
It doesn't appeal to me. But then there are specific ones that I'm like, because I love the Mummy so much, but the Indiana Jones. I definitely say give those a go.
Okay.
But I understand if you don't, because that's how I am with Star Wars.
If it's a jungle one, I can do that.
There's definitely a jungle one. There's like one in like a cave place.
Okay, I could do that because that's kind of like mummy-esque.
Yeah, I think it's very mummy-esque actually.
Okay.
If you watch it.
All right, then I'll like that.
Anyway,
Do you know what else? I'm sorry, this is such a side tangent. I also love the Scorpion King, and Andrew roasts me so much.
I love him.
Why does he make fun of me? I thought it was a good movie.
It was a good
He's
movie.
like, who likes the Scorpion King? I'm like, I thought it was really
With The
good.
Rock?
Yes. I thought it was
It's
so
not
good.
good.
I thought it was good.
I liked it.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I loved a Scorpion King.
I thought it was a really good movie. And he's just like, ooh,
Your
like,
hands like, ooh. After I just did that, you're like,
oh, I didn't mean to. I don't even know.
No, I like the Scorpion King a lot. I actually like quite a few of The Rock's movies.
He's got some good stuff.
I like him.
Yeah, I like his movies.
And when they did, I saw this thing where it was like, do you think this star is going to be rude or nice? He came up nice, and I knew he would.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a genuine person.
The ones that I called them all out, like Tom Cruise, mean.
Oh,
I was
God,
like,
yeah.
duh.
Of course.
Of course.
Hello. There's
like,
so, like, you know what? This surprised me a lot. So I just found out that, and I've known her since I was a kid. It's my aunt's friend. They all work together, and I've known her since I was little. And I knew she lived in California before she moved here, but I didn't, because she was like 28 when she moved here. So she had like a whole job over there before she came here.
Yeah, that's a good amount of time.
Yeah, she worked as, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically the person who like moves the star from their little trailer to the sets.
No way.
And I just found this out about her like the other night.
Also, my uncle was a bodyguard for the that's a whole nother thing we can talk about, but go on with your story.
Well, she did more of like the talk show. So she did the Steve Harvey show, Geraldo.
Oh.
Yeah. She said both of them assholes.
Oh, 100% knew Steve Harvey was an asshole.
I was shocked. I was
Really?
like, what?
You could just see it.
I
He's
can
so
see it now.
Himself.
I can see it now. But I'm like, damn, that really sucks. But here's what really got me. She said, because like obviously they had like guests on, and the Wayans brothers were one of them.
No.
Fucking assholes.
God damn it.
They were so disrespectful to women and rude and disgusting and and now again,
Tisk.
this was like a long time ago. So like, I know it was like a different time, blah, blah, blah. But And that really upset me because I love the Wayans brothers.
I do too.
I love their movies.
I love scary movies.
Oh my God, scary movie.
And that
Little Man.
just upsets me.
Me too. I was like, damn.
No. On another one, because I know we got to get into the case. We don't have too long of a chit chat, but I'll talk about my uncle who was a policeman, and then he got hurt on in why can't I remember the name of in California? He was why can't I remember the name of the town? I'll remember it later on. But he ended up getting hurt, like shot on the job. And so he left there. He did many various things. But one thing he did was he became a bodyguard for stars.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got stories of people that are he was like very rude. I'll tell you one person he said the best person ever. And you're going to be like, of course, Tom Hanks.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah. Best. He said best.
I could see it.
Nicest guy ever.
I love
Nicole Kidman, he said was a bitch.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Said she was such a bitch.
Oh my God. She seems like a really nice person, so that sucks.
I know. I was like, maybe it was a bad day for her.
I think we talked about Drew Barrymore on the last episode, but I know she'd be nice.
Oh, I know
she'd be nice.
She has too many people that just love her.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay. All right. Now
we have to go into the dark.
Yes. All right. So hopefully that kind of prepared you guys for all of this disgustingness that we're going to cover now. Just to keep it to where, because there's still stuff coming out, and I believe his court date, Stephen Stearns, is going to be May 13th, which is the day of the Simple Plan concert that I'm going to, which means the following day is Tuesday for our recording date. So we're going to be doing an update on that day. So on the 14th, we will be covering what happened in court.
I think Liz is going to that concert.
Yes. I think you guys are you going Monday? Or are you going?
All I know is
I know she's going. I can't remember which day.
I'm going shopping.
Yeah, it's so fun, Heather.
I don't want to watch Simple Plan.
It's so good.
No. I hate that album cover. I'll never watch it. Where they put the flower in the thing. Get out.
I don't know about the
I don't like
cover.
it.
I just like
turned
the
me
songs.
off ever since.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Oh my God, squirrel.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So, I completely lost my train of thought now.
The trial. May 13th.
Oh, yes. Okay, so May 13th is when the trial will be. So we're going to revisit this. So to keep things, because there's a lot of, just like everything, there's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of rumors out there. So I really want to keep it the facts. So I have, Fox has actually put a timeline together. I know it's Fox. I know. But they actually put the timeline together on like everything. Okay. So I want to keep it with everything that has come out and try to avoid a lot of the rumors that have been out about things. So,
but I do want to say Fox News isn't always here.
I know they're not. But no, this is from the police. Oh, this is like
got you.
The dates of the things that have happened.
I trust you. I know you know what Fox News is like.
I know the second I said it, I'm like, oh.
Shudder.
All right, so the body of 13-year-old Madeline Soto was found in a grassy area in Osceola County, Florida, 5 days after she was reported missing. Her mother's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, is considered a prime suspect in her disappearance, but has not been charged with the murder yet. They're very sure. I mean, they want to take their time with this, obviously, and I think they should. Because they don't want like a whole Casey Anthony situation to happen and then get ahead of themselves. So they want to be solid. But I'm very sure he's the person. Allegedly. But he has been charged with dozens of charges related to sexual abuse. So that's where we're going to be getting.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the very beginning of everything. Which was back in February 25th, was Madeline Soto's 13th birthday celebration. So she turned 13 on February 22nd. She had a celebration with her family on Sunday, the 25th. However, there's a lot of controversy surrounding, because her mother said she wasn't there for her daughter's 13th birthday celebration. She wasn't there because she had to work. Right.
Okay.
She claims she wasn't there because she had to work. However, her mother has said that she works from home. So I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
So some misinformation.
Yeah. So I don't know if the mother is lying about something, if something got misconstrued along the way.
Is her mom like very well? Like, I didn't know. Is her mom like, does she speak English well? Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she also, another theory out there is that maybe her birthday party was not at the house, but it appears that it was at the house. I don't know. Here's another weird thing. Because I was being like, my mom, I was talking to her earlier today about it, and she was telling me how someone could zoom in on her picture that was taken for her celebration, and she had a balloon behind her that was like metallic, and you could see reflections in the background, and it looked like the mother was there in the reflection. It's still too hard to say because it's like blurry, but it does appear to look like her. So I don't know. I thought that was a little strange. So here's a little bit of a, this is what Jennifer Soto is the mother.
Okay.
Here's what she said. She was so happy. She showed us all of her gifts. She's just a happy girl. And she showed it on Sunday. When she went to bed, she was so happy.
Okay.
And that was a statement from...
That's a lot of happies.
I know. Then Jennifer Soto also claims that there wasn't a moment in the day that her daughter was having conversations on her phone or laptop making plans for Monday, stating that maybe she ran away, whatever, but Jennifer said she wasn't on her phone or laptop. She couldn't have been making plans or whatever.
Okay, so she's trying to basically say that this
she
doesn't make sense that she's gone. Okay.
Yes. Then Monday, February 26th, Madeline Soto was last seen at 8:30 a.m., didn't make it to school. So on Monday morning, Jennifer Soto's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, drove Madeline Soto to school. I also heard there was a Jennifer's mother, so Madeline's grandma, had an interview where she said Jennifer always drove Madeline to school. So that makes me a little weirded out if she, and Madeline, or I'm going to get their names mixed up the whole time. Jennifer, the mother, said the reason for Stefan taking her to school that day was because, oh my God, here I go again, calling her Madeline. Nope. Because Jennifer was too tired from working the night before. So she needed Stefan to bring her to school. So
I do wonder, though, I'm just going to just say really fast, like if he orchestrated that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's her current boyfriend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he, like, we'll get into it, but if he orchestrated that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll take her. You're tired. Like, you know.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Super possible. So Stefan drove Madeline to school. Stearns dropped her off a few blocks from Hunters Creek Middle School near Peace United Methodist Church on Town Loop Boulevard, about half a mile from school.
Makes no sense.
It remains unclear why she was dropped off at this location, but Sheriff Mina says it's possible she was embarrassed by the vehicle she was driven in and asked her mom's boyfriend to drop her off at that location. But why not drop her off at the school, Sheriff Mina said. Jennifer Soto went to pick her daughter up from school Monday afternoon, and she discovered Madeline Soto had never stepped foot inside of school that day. Then we have Tuesday, which is February 27th. Madeline Soto's missing poster was released. Officials begin search. The Orange County Sheriff's Office began to search for Madeline Soto on Tuesday. Sheriff John Mina said over 100 personnel, including deputies, detectives, intelligence analysts, specialized personnel, and bloodhounds, were out searching for the teenager. Deputies and the Soto family, have passed out flyers in the area to notify people of the ongoing search. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement also added Madeline Soto to their current missing child alerts and listed her as endangered. An Amber Alert has not yet been issued for Soto. These kinds of emergency alerts are triggered when law enforcement has a well-founded belief based on an active investigation that a kidnapping has occurred, according to FDLE. There could also be a well-founded belief that the missing child is in imminent danger of death or serious bodily injury, which to me, a missing teenager, especially one that is not outright saying, I'm going to run away. I'm like,
or there's very happy, what she said, there was plans being made for Monday. The fact that the boyfriend, I just think that's such a setup. Like, oh yeah, I dropped her off a few blocks away. Right. Now it's out of his quote unquote hands. Yeah. I think that's just interesting. Yeah. But why the police didn't feel like we need to get something out makes no sense to me.
Here's what also irritates me. And I understand everybody is busy. I know police departments are slammed. Absolutely. I get it. Why did it take 3 times to call the police? There 3 times. I started this intro out with one of the calls. I believe that was the last call made regarding her disappearance. 3 times it took them. Now, also here's what's weird. And I've been listening to a lot of specialists talk about this and their theories on it. But Jennifer, the mother, didn't call. She was not the one that made the call.
I was wondering.
It was a friend. I don't know if it was a family member or a friend, but the first call, and this is what a lot of specialists I've listened to said, they'll give her a pass for the first call, right? Like maybe you're in distress. Everybody deals with things differently. No one wants to judge how someone acts just because that's not how they would act. Yeah. So that's not, uncommon, I guess. However, after the second time of calling to be like, my daughter is missing, a lot of people said I would be infuriated, but also I would probably drive my ass to the police station to be like, my daughter's missing.
Oh, I wouldn't even be resting at home.
No.
I wouldn't. If my daughter was missing, I would be tearing up everything.
If you had last seen your daughter at, let's just say 8 a.m. and it's 4 p.m,
freaking out,
and she never stepped foot in school,
I would be freaking out. And I would be going to every one of her friends. I would be at the police. Could you imagine if me and Liz had...
Oh my God, no.
It would be over. No. I would just be on them nonstop. Have you guys done anything? Have you guys done anything? I would call. Yes. Doesn't make sense to me.
Then also to still not even call for the 3rd time.
This is my own assumption, just from what I've heard so far. I feel like she knows something.
I do too.
Already. So I'm just going to put that out there. That
a lot of people suspect it. I don't want to get too crazy with the rumors because we don't know everything yet, but I agree. And again, I'm not trying to make assumptions based off of how someone acts.
No,
I know
that's not it.
But there's a lot of things that are just weird to me.
What I've heard so far.
Right.
And I do want to put in that I finally saw a picture of Madeline Soto. And the minute I saw her face, I knew that little girl has been through so much.
So many people have said that.
I was like, her eyes, you can just see what she's been through.
It's like the childhood has been taken out.
Oh, 100%.
That's literally, I was watching something and someone said the same thing. She was like, as a mother myself, you can just see it. And she's like, and I don't understand how you can't pick that up. As a mother,
I am just going to say this again, myself. I am saying this, not that I believe, think everyone else should follow what I'm saying. Hearing the little bit that I've already heard, I think the mother knew.
Yeah.
And there's so many times where a woman will choose a boyfriend over their own children.
Yep.
And that's when I get pissed.
I do too.
Okay, continue on. Sorry.
Yep. So Sheriff Mina said, we don't know if she was taken. We don't know if she stepped away. She left her phone at the house.
Come on. Yeah. Come on.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office also said they're concerned for Madeline's safety and an update on Wednesday afternoon, which, should be. So Tuesday night, February 27th, Madeline Soto's mom, Jen Soto, speaks with Fox 35. The would-be suspect appears in the background, which is referring to Stephen Stearns. And this, oh my God, this just infuriated me to watch, him just meekly stand there. But also what was weird to me is she was consoling him It was very weird. You gotta look at it and watch it. Like, she's literally just like touching him, and like, it's almost like she's consoling him. And it's just weird.
What if things got out of hand?
There's a lot.
I'm saying, like, what if she knew that he was abused? Like, that was a known thing, and things got out of hand, and now she's like, oh, it's okay. Like, we're gonna get through this. Like,
that just makes me want to vomit.
Oh.
If that's what it is.
Yeah.
I like to think that maybe she was just very much in the dark about all of this.
Come on,
but
now.
I'm
so done. Like, for myself, because of what I've gone, I'm done giving parents a pass.
I know.
When it comes to, for a stranger, for me, and then for someone else to be like, I can see it.
Yeah.
For the weirdness, know, as a parent, you freaking know as a parent, and you just choose to either ignore it or what's happening.
Especially in this day and age, like, this is like very common, like that. You know, how many times have we covered things where the boyfriend is like doing something to the kid? Like, it's such a common thing. And I just don't know. I don't know. I really don't want to bash parents, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know.
No, because then there's the parents that literally go into that courtroom because they literally didn't know and shoot the person who did it. Because they literally are, not that it's their boyfriend, but, they find out and then they're just like, I'm taking this guy out. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just, I am a parent. It's bizarre to me.
There's been a lot of weird, and I'll like get into it. I kind of want to talk about not the rumors, but I kind of want to talk about just my opinion on things.
Yeah.
After I read all of the like timeline. No, it's good. I'm gonna be doing little tangents with each timeline. But I really want to get into like my thoughts on it all. So Jennifer said, I'm trying to hope for the best, but I'm scared for her. I want her to be okay. I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back. Whatever that means. I just want her back, is what she said.
Whatever that means?
Yeah. Weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the Zoom call, you see Stefan in the background. So then Wednesday afternoon, February 28th, Orange County Sheriff John Mina hosts press conference about ongoing search. So this is what Sheriff Mina said. This is every parent's worst nightmare. We can't even imagine the pain and anguish that Madeline's family is going through. We will not stop until we find her. In this update, Sheriff Mina revealed that Madeline Soto had left her phone at home on Monday, the day of her disappearance. When deputies searched it, they learned that Soto had told her friends that she wanted to live in the woods. After her 13th birthday, triggered a search in the woods area behind Hunter Creek's middle school.
Oh, she did say that? Okay.
I think, here's my theory on that, is she could have said that. Again, he could have typed something.
Absolutely.
But if she's going through all of this at home, she absolutely could have wanted to run away.
Yeah, I rather.
So that could really go one or both ways. It could be him trying to be an idiot
But tell me what teenage girl leaves without her phone.
Exactly.
And tell me what teenage girl, you could say, oh, well, they might have her location. Come on. What teenage girl thinks that far? Mm-hmm. Like, no. They don't leave without their phone. That is their connection.
Exactly. And that's my thing. And again, I'm not going to get too much into what my thought is yet, but I'm just going to say every teenage girl, they're glued to their device.
Yes.
I don't think she left that house alive.
Oh, I don't think so either.
Because that would have been with her.
Yeah. 100%.
I just don't think.
Went with her to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so. But I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
At it.
I know. It's going to really piss you off. But because they don't know where she is, they're putting all of this effort. That's why we're doing the press conference in hopes that something or someone from the public may have saw something. It might not have seemed like a big deal at the time, but now knowing what Madeline looks like, maybe there's some new information that can help us find her whereabouts. Wednesday night, February 28th, the mom's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, was arrested on unrelated charges and also named the prime suspect in Madeline Soto's case. Stephen Stearns was arrested Wednesday night. He was still, however, named prime suspect. Already read that. Okay. Stearns was arrested and booked into the Orange County Jail on charges including sexual battery and possession of child sex abuse material after detectives found disturbing images on his phone. The Orange County Sheriff's Office said they also said Stearns allegedly tried to delete the evidence from his phone. So here's what he told them. When they wanted to go through his phone, he said, "Oh, here you go. There's nothing on there. Oh, also, I accidentally factory reset my phone the day Madeline went missing." You accidentally...
What?
I'm sorry, but the amount of hoops I have to go through to try to factory reset
you don't
shit.
Accidentally factory reset a phone. That is utter bullshit, dude.
So he literally thought he
is guilty.
He thought he did something there.
He really did. He thought he got away with something.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Detectives said the digital forensics unit discovered images and videos that were criminal and sexual in nature. These alleged crimes were committed at their family home in Kissimmee, and the Kissimmee Police Department was notified immediately. I've heard that they lived in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't 100% have that confirmed. If that is true, I don't know how she didn't know.
Did they talk about what was like on those videos?
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna read it here. I'm gonna link the report. It's disgusting. It is disgusting.
Does it? And it's just him and her.
There's other kids, but yeah. And they know it's him because there's a distinctive marking on his genitalia. And the clothing, and now, again, this is all alleged, but
that dude.
Her clothing, the clothing that was on the child in the videos, it was in their house that she lived in. It was at the time that he was living with them. Those are the clothes that are in her house that are hers. So, yeah, it's allegedly Madeline, but...
What a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, allegedly Madeline. Okay, take that away. He is still in there with kids.
Yep.
Being a disgusting piece of shit.
Yep.
So I don't care if he quote unquote killed her or not. I say go cut his dick off.
I so agree with you. I'm not even gonna lie. I just can't. It's disgusting. Also, with everything that was found on the phone and the dates, it dates back to her being 8 years old.
13, like none of it's okay, but like goddamn, like that's just disgusting.
That's a long time to be doing stuff.
That's
a long
you
time.
See it in her eyes. You can see that little girl had her childhood taken from her.
Yep. I know.
I want to beat the living shit out of this
I feel the same way.
guy. Go on, continue.
So the Kissimmee Police Department is the lead on the sexual battery case, working alongside the Orange County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division. When Stearns was brought into Orange County Sheriff's Office Central Operations, he was interviewed by both Kissimmee Police and the OCSO, which is Osceola County. He invoked his rights to an attorney and was placed under arrest. Stephen Stearns had the opportunity tonight to come clean with detectives and help lead them to information about Madeline's disappearance, Sheriff Mina said on Wednesday. Her loved ones deserve answers, and OCSO and the Kissimmee Police will not stop until we find Madeline, is what the sheriff said. Thursday night, February 29th, Kissimmee Police Department releases Stephen Stearns' arrest affidavit. The Kissimmee Police Department released the arrest affidavit on Thursday. The document said that during officials' interview with Stephen regarding Madeline Soto's disappearance, he provided consent to search his phone, but did say he accidentally performed the factory reset the same day Madeline was last seen.
Interesting.
Yeah. How convenient. When officials reviewed Stearns' phone, they found several photos and videos depicting children in sexual acts. Fox 35 is choosing not to reveal the content of the photos due to their disturbing nature. The affidavit revealed that officials have probable cause to believe Stearns committed a sexual battery in addition to being in possession of material depicting sexual performance of a child. So that's where they said the marking that was on his genitalia matches what he has. The time that these photos were time-stamped were the time he was living in the home. It was in the home. The clothing that was on the child belongs to Madeline.
They can't say that this is Madeline as a child. They can't look. They don't have any pictures of her. Does she not ever have any pictures as a child to say this is for her?
I think they're trying to protect everything right now, and because she is a minor, they also will not release her. They're not releasing her autopsy report because she's a minor, but they said that because it has to do with sexual, because it has to do with domestic violence, so we can kind of assume how she died.
Okay.
But
so they're just trying to keep
everything
tight.
under wraps because they don't want to harm the case.
Yeah. No.
So that's why it's so...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It does, because we've all seen what the media does.
Absolutely.
To cases.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad to see it. So that's why right now there's so much floating around about it. So Thursday, February 29th, body language expert assesses Stephen Stearns' body language in Zoom interview with Jen Soto. So Constantine, who aided law enforcement in dozens of high-profile investigations across the country, shed some light on Stearns, who is seen on the video fidgeting with his hands and cracking his knuckles. That's a way to release tension, Constantine said. The point is tension is one of the 27 points of interest. Points of interest that can lead to possible deception or suspect behavior. Constantine added that Stearns is presenting to me suspect behavior. Sheriff's office, you need to take a really good look at this guy, she added. Friday morning, March 1st, Stephen Stearns dodges questions from Fox while being transferred from Orange County to Osceola County. So Amanda McKenzie questions Stearns as deputies removed him from the patrol car and walked him to the jail, but he remained silent. She asked him questions relating to his arrest, what detectives found on his phone, and if he had anything to do with Madeline's disappearance. He said nothing. Friday afternoon, March 1st, officials say they're confident that Madeline is dead.
Yeah.
The update came during a Friday afternoon press conference from Orange County Sheriff John Mina, who said deputies told the devastating news to Madeline's mother, Jen Soto, Thursday night. Sheriff Mina said detectives believe Jen Soto's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, who was arrested on Wednesday night on unrelated charges, was named the prime suspect in the case, is to blame. Deputies believe that Madeline Soto was never dropped off at school on Monday and was dead before then. They also said Stearns allegedly moved her body in the morning hours of the day, killing her in Kissimmee. What's interesting is there's video of him. You can see Madeline in there. And she doesn't appear to be alive.
What video? Wait, what?
There's a video where it was before, and I believe this was 7 in the morning.
Who took the video?
This was like video, like surveillance around. Okay, gotcha. This is near their apartment that they lived. Him dropping off her school backpack and her school issued laptop, throwing it into the dumpster.
But you don't see Madeline.
You see her body, but why would you, if you're bringing your kid to school, why are you throwing her stuff in the dumpster?
Yeah.
This is at 7 in the morning. And why is the mother saying the last time that, okay, so here's first what she said when she told interviewers. She remembered seeing Madeline between 8 and 8:20, getting ready for school. And then Stephen brings her to school.
Oh, I think she's guilty, but go on.
Well, first she says her and Stephen took her to school.
Yep.
Then she says only Stephen took her to school.
Yep.
But also, if you saw her at 8 in the morning, how did you see her at 8 in the morning when there's video of him in a car throwing her things in the dumpster?
Also, how did he get her into a car?
I don't know.
like at an apartment building.
I know.
I mean, it's pretty early.
It was
that
it was
could
early.
possibly be
It was
able-
darker still because it's like dark in the morning
Yeah.
still at that time.
But all that is guilty. Guilty.
I know.
Clear your phone off. Oh, all of a sudden you got stuff about, seeing someone in Madeline Soto's clothes being sexually abused. You're throwing her things away? Her school laptop, her school stuff with her in the...
And that has been confirmed. They did find it. They found it in the dumpster. That's what it was.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so this will just be a little glimmer of hope in the middle of this podcast. This guy, regardless if he's found of murdering her or not, is done. He's in jail forever, just based off of the charges he's got.
You know what's crazy, though? Because I listened to, obviously, child victim sexual abuse cases are very particularly close to me, so I always listen to them. How often it is that, thank God, they could pinpoint that it was him.
Right.
Because he would not have gotten that long just for having videos.
I know.
Would not. So thank God they could pinpoint that from his genitalia, it was him.
Yep.
And that's literally the only thing.
I know.
If they don't get him for a murder, that got him in that prison.
Yeah.
And that's what is crazy. I've known cases where a man had like 3 million pictures of child porn on his phone. Yeah, he got out.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And then abused somebody.
I'm not surprised.
But that's because they can't for just having it. I mean, it's just insane to me. It's insane. So,
well, okay.
That's a little rant I had to have.
You know me loving to play a little devil's advocate, but here's a few stories that I've heard to play the flip side of that and why that might be if you just have photos. I heard of a man and he was on LimeWire, which I didn't even know LimeWire was still around.
I didn't know either.
He was trying to download a movie.
That can happen, yeah.
And that came onto his device.
Okay, one movie versus 3 million pictures of...
Completely different.
You know what I'm saying?
Clearly, he had something. Yeah. But I felt kind of, I'm not even gonna lie, like that really sucks because that could have been any of us. Like we all were using LimeWire back in the day.
Absolutely.
And like
Pirate Bay.
Oh my God, yeah. And so he got like, it happened to be child porn and he was looking for a movie and he ended up getting, I don't remember how long it was, but he said the cops busted in his house over that. And I'm like, oh my God.
The minute I would have got that, I'd have picked up and been like, I know I'm going to be in trouble for pirating films that I just got a child porn. Yeah. I literally would have be like, I know I shouldn't pirate films. I get it. Everyone does it. I just got a child porn on my thing. Can you please come here? Like I would call it in instantly.
I don't know if you know who Tana Mojo is. She's like a YouTuber. I listen to her podcast. I love her. Back when she very first started was years ago and she was dating this guy and she said his dad was very scary, literally lived under the radar, didn't use credit cards, nothing, always paid with cash for everything, was living in and out of motels, had really strange connections. He had this enemy guy who he put child porn on his laptop and sent his ass to jail. This man never looked at that stuff. Never planned to have any of that on his device, but this guy somehow...
Damn.
Yeah.
Good, that.
So then that's where I'm like...
That's some warfare right there. But yeah, I totally get that. But if you have... So this guy was called in because he was accused of sexual abuse to a child. Yes. When you get called in... And now, here we go. Devil's advocate. Maybe this person who put it on his device... But it was on all his devices. Like, there's just something... I feel like that should not... I feel like you have to do a deep investigation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
When were these put on your device? Yep. When was this taken? Because you can't just be like, well, possibly someone else did it to you. Like, you just can't do that.
No, you can't.
Because you gotta protect the kids.
Yeah.
And it sucks if you've been targeted and something like that happens, but I feel like there should be a way to look at when it was put on your device.
I agree. There should be.
So.
Yeah, you would think that there would be something.
But in this case, regardless how the stuff got on his phone, it is proven that it's him. It's him. Because it's his genitalia. Yep. So he has no excuses.
No excuses.
And even if it's not quote unquote Madeline, which it is obviously, he also has no excuses. It's a child.
Right.
So
100%.
Put him away. Cut his dick off.
I love that.
That's how I feel.
I feel the same way.
Make him a eunuch.
You know what?
Don't
oh my
care.
God. Okay, so you know how they always say, like, oh my God, but if we had an eye for an eye, who would do that? Me.
Me. I volunteer as tribute. Yeah. I would make that my job.
Oh, I would love it.
Send them to I would have a cottage in the woods. Send them to my cottage. I would have an axe and I would lay their flaccid penis on the stump and whapa.
Yep.
I would categorize it. Bye. Next one.
Yep.
I'd gladly.
Oh, 100%.
With a smile on my face.
Oh, yeah.
Please, law enforcement, don't come for me.
Nope.
I've not done it. But no, seriously, gladly, with a smile on my face.
Yes.
I don't care. Don't give a crap.
I literally don't either.
No.
So I could do that.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Apparently there's people who wouldn't. It couldn't be me.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Friday afternoon on March 1st, multi-agency search for Madeline Soto near area where Stephen Stearns was last seen. A multi-agency search was spotted by Sky Fox near Old Hickory Tree Road and Nolte Road in St. Cloud during a search for Madeline Soto shortly before 5 p.m. on Friday. A spokesperson for Kissimmee Police Department confirmed to Fox 35. The Kissimmee Police Department is collaborating with St. Cloud Police, Orange County Sheriff's Office, and Osceola County Sheriff's Office on the search in this area, which is tied to the prime suspect, Stephen Stearns. At Friday's press conference, officials said Stearns was last seen in the area between 1 and 2:30 p.m. on Monday and might have been changing his flat tire there at the time. We are all working together and sharing information as our search continues. It will not be uncommon to see law enforcement out searching different areas in both counties, a spokesperson told Fox. Amid the search, the St. Cloud Police Department and Kissimmee Police Department are asking anyone with a doorbell or neighborhood surveillance video footage from Monday that shows Stearns driving his silver Lincoln MKZ with a Florida tag in the area of US 192 Nolte Road and Old Hickory Tree Street in St. Cloud.
I just have to say, and I don't know for this if anything came up, but I love the fact that we do have doorbell cameras now. Because it did.
There
you go. Because we do pick up things.
Absolutely.
And I love that we have that now. So it's like harder. You might not see a camera.
Right.
But they're still picking up stuff.
That's what blows my mind is I feel like every single person I know has a Ring doorbell. And the amount of people who still have the audacity to come up and like try to steal things or like be weird at people's like, the videos that you see from people's Rings are like, did you see this guy? I gotta give him an A+ for creativity. Did you see the man who's like, I get, you know how like there's a lot of porch pirates who steal Amazon packages. Well, this man had a little disguise and it was a black trash bag. He covered himself in a black trash bag and just inched forward and then inched forward more and then just went and grabbed it. And then,
it's not funny, but it's funny.
It is the funniest video I've ever seen.
Oh my God. It's like he knew he was trash.
It's just like, wow. I can't even be mad with that creativity.
No,
and also what he won was a charger.
See, my anxiety would just be through the roof.
Me too.
I could never be someone who stole things because I'd be like, dude. I would be, everyone would be like, that girl's stealing something. Because my body language, I'd be like,
you know me when I play the game.
You don't do well.
The Among Us game. It's
You're like what?
What are you talking about? Even when it's not really me, I get blamed.
It's Alyssa.
Like, I'm literally not.
But my body language, like, on my face when I'm telling a lie.
You always go, what?
I always go, huh?
Huh? It's like, oh, she's up to something. Like, yeah, so. Also, it's like all that anxiety and all that potential, like, trouble you're going to get in for something as stupid as a phone charger.
Yeah,
you don't know what people are
telling
getting.
Most people are not bringing expensive ass shit to their homes in Amazon. No. We're just not.
No. It's the stuff that you need that's like, and that man that ordered that is probably like, God damn it, I just want to charge my phone and it got stolen.
It's the stuff that you need that you just don't feel like running out to the store to get, you know?
Right. So stupid.
I would be so mad though, because
I
you
would
know how I'm
be
doing
pissed.
Liz's party.
Yes.
I'm getting all the decorations
My
through
God.
Amazon. If they got stolen, I'd be like, oh, like I'd be so angry.
The porch pirate would run away with a bunch of emo themed decorations. It was never a phase.
Black hearts. I have this black and silver streamer thing that I'm going to put up because I'm making it look like an emo prom.
Yes.
But they would just be like,
What is this?
it was never a phase.
Which is so true. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
All right. We got to put a little bit of lightheartedness sprinkled throughout this.
Yeah, I kind of have to because I get really angry.
I know.
Like part of me is like, I'm in the same state as him.
Yes.
And I want to like take off.
Dude, I literally,
I
I'm like, I know where you are. I know that road. I was just on 192 yesterday.
Yeah. But go on with his.
All right. So Friday afternoon, March 1st, body found amid search for Madeline Soto.
Can I just ask really fast because it's hard for me to follow timeline.
Yes.
When she went disappearing to when they found her, how many?
I believe it was 5 days.
5 days.
5
okay.
days.
Okay.
So Madeline Soto's body was found amid a search for missing 13-year-old girl who was last seen Monday morning. According to officials, the teen's body was found off Hickory Tree Road in Osceola County around 4:30 p.m. on Friday. During a press conference, officials said the body found was wearing clothes similar to what Madeline Soto was last wearing. On Friday afternoon, Skyfox flew over an area on Old Hickory Tree Road where a multi-agency search was underway with crews from St. Cloud Police, Kissimmee Police, and Orange County Sheriff's Office and Osceola Sheriff's Office. A spokesperson from Kissimmee Police Department confirmed to Fox that at the time of the search, the search was for Madeline Soto. This area is where Stearns was last seen between 1 and 2:30 p.m. on Monday, officials said during Friday's press conference. He was driving his silver Lincoln MKZ with a flat tire and is believed to have been changing his flat tire in this area.
Oh.
Yep. Friday evening, March 1st, St. Cloud community holds vigil for Madeline Soto. So then Saturday morning, March 2nd, Stephen Stearns waives first appearance in court.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stephen Stearns was a no-show for his first appearance in Osceola Court on Saturday. His lawyer didn't want the judge reading out the charges.
You could just no-show?
I guess. Yep.
Without being in war. Is he in jail?
Yes. The judge said Stearns will stay behind bars.
Good.
Yep. Wednesday, March 6th, FDLE launches investigation into crime scene photo accidentally shared on Facebook. Oopsies.
That's
Yeah. So,
big oopsies.
oh, this is just wait. This is like, what the hell? How'd that happen? So the Florida Department of Law Enforcement launched a preliminary inquiry on March 6th after an apparent photo of the area where Madeline Soto's body was found was allegedly posted on the Osceola County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. In a screenshot of the post, which was shared with Fox Orlando, the photo appears to show a body in a grassy wooded area. Fox 35 has viewed the photo and made the decision to not show it or post it. The Osceola County Sheriff's Office confirmed to Fox 35 in a statement earlier this week that an investigation photo was accidentally included in a photo collage of a community event for seniors. And once noticed, it was immediately removed.
Oh, that's good, but what?
A post was made on social media about a community event for seniors. In the post, an investigation photo was accidentally included. The photo was immediately removed. We deeply apologize for any confusion or disturbance this may have caused, the sheriff's office said on Monday.
Do you have any idea what was in? It was just the location?
So it says, where was it?
I mean, because like, how did they point out that it was like, you know what I'm saying? Or was it, did it have
says
her?
The photo appears to show a body in a grassy wooded area.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
On a senior? What?
And now I don't know if they mean seniors like old people or seniors like high schoolers.
Either or.
Either one.
I was like, either or. Very traumatizing.
So, the OCSO has not officially confirmed that the alleged photo was related to the investigation into Soto's disappearance or death. However, the agency did not refute that it was related to Soto's case when Fox reached out. Big oops.
That's an
there.
That's an oopsie doopsie right there. Jeez.
Wednesday, March 6th, new court documents allege Stephen Stearns may have abused Madeline Soto for years before her disappearance.
May have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, according to the partially redacted arrest affidavit, some of the photos and videos found on Stephen's cell phone had timestamps dated back to August of 2022, which means Soto would have been around 11 at that time. While the victim's identity is redacted, the birth date matches that of Soto's. The report also mentions that the victim lived in the same house as her mother and Stearns. Another affidavit specified that the victim was the missing child. So
they're working around the laws of what they can and can't say, but basically saying he abused her. Oh, like obviously,
right.
I think they're really smart with that because they're saying, this is also missing, So I think they're putting that information out and they're like, here you go.
Yeah. Do with this as you will.
But without actually saying, here you go. Yeah. So I like that because it definitely paints the correct picture.
Exactly.
That it needs to.
So Wednesday, March 6th, local church hosts a service of hope and healing in Madeline Soto's memory. Peace Church Orlando held a service of hope and healing in memory of Madeline Soto on March 6th. There are times where words just feel so inadequate. The pastor, Jim Berlow, sometimes our tears are all we have. The church is only a 7-minute walk from the 13-year-old's middle school, and some of her Hunters Creek Middle School classmates attended. According to the church officials, the Soto family gave the church their blessing to host the memorial, but it's not believed that they were in attendance. Soto's disappearance turned murder is hitting some of the community's youngest members hard. A memorial on the side of Old Hickory Tree Road in Osceola County is growing in her honor. Tuesday, March 12th, State Attorney's Office files 60 additional charges against Stephen Stearns.
Hell yeah.
A state attorney's office filed 60 new criminal charges against Stephen Stearns, also the prime suspect in the disappearance and death of Madeline, but has still not been charged with her death yet. So here's a breakdown of the charges. I'm not going to go into depth on them, but Stearns was charged with 8 counts of sexual battery of a child under 12, 5 counts of sexual battery with a child aged 12 to 18, 7 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation, 40 counts of unlawful possession of materials depicting sexual performance by a child, 10 or more images. The 36-page affidavit obtained by Fox 35 details all 60 counts of what Stearns accused of, but they're choosing to not release it because of its graphic nature. Tuesday, March 12th, Orange County Public School announces it'll change the absence alert policy in wake of Soto's death. Orange County Public School will make changes to when and how it alerts parents when a student is absent from school. Superintendent Maria Vasquez revealed during Tuesday night's board meeting. Orange County schools will now let parents know in the morning that their child has missed class or did not show up to school, Vasquez said. Currently, the district notifies parents via an automated phone call or text message after the student misses more than half of the day of school, which is usually sent towards the end of the school day, district officials previously told Fox.
Yeah, then school it does morning and evening.
Good.
So it does too.
I was kind of shocked. I'm like, what?
No, we always get a call like right when you would think that first bell was right.
Yeah.
It would send a thing to us letting us know that your child's not in school.
Good.
And then they also send it at the end of the day.
I would have thought that that's just kind of standard, but I guess it's not. Our team has been working to identify a new notification system. We will be able to implement an additional call that will inform parents that their student was not in attendance at the start of the school day, she said. When that additional call comes for elementary students, middle school students, and high school students would be communicated with parents at a later time. She said the district is also looking at a way that would let parents see their students' attendance in real time via the district's parent portal, but that would not be implemented until the start of the next school year. That would be kind of cool if they could do that.
Yeah. But can I just point out really fast, it's awesome that they're changing their policy.
Yes.
But I'm just going to put that Jen knew her daughter was dead.
Yeah.
And I don't care if that makes me, speaking before we actually know. I don't know if she's even been investigated, but there's no way in hell that she did not know her daughter was dead.
Every single person has been looked into. She's been cooperating. The only person that has not been cooperating is Stefan.
Oh, well, because he did it.
Yeah. So
but I guarantee she knew.
She had to know something.
She did, absolutely.
Like, even an inkling.
Her story isn't even lining up.
No.
With the things they have. I'm just saying, like, it's so great that the school jumped in and they're like, we're going to change how and that's amazing. Because if she really got taken, like if she was really kidnapped out there, the mom would be, then you would get alerted and be like, whoa, wait a second. I dropped her off. Then you would know and be able to get sooner. But I'm saying in this instance, that mom knew she was dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Thursday, March 21st, Kissimmee Police Chief holds press conference with updates about investigation. Kissimmee Police Chief Betty Holland hosts a press conference. Oh no, I did something. Okay. Hosts a press conference on Thursday morning to keep the community in the loop. No new information has been shared, but she did clarify the investigation process in the weeks after Soto's death. Police continue to work closely with the state attorney's office to put a case together against Stearns. Law enforcement also continues to piece together the timeline leading up to Soto's death, and Holland refuses to answer any questions from reporters that would compromise the integrity of the investigation, which, yes, that's good. Death investigations are complex, she said. Stearns, who has been in jail since February 28th, has invoked his rights to counsel and has not cooperated with the investigation, Holland said. Police said they have interviewed the teen's mother, Jennifer, and she has been cooperating with the investigation. Everyone that was close to Madeline is considered suspect until we have proven otherwise, Holland said, adding in a separate statement that no one is not cooperating other than Stefan. Soto's cause of death has still not yet been determined. It has been determined now, but they're not released it yet. They're not going to release it because she is a minor.
So we're never going to know.
So let me read this one. Okay. So Madeline Soto's cause of death will not be released according to the District 9 Medical Examiner's Office. The 13-year-old girl was reported missing by her mother February 26. We know that. So the Medical Examiner's Office told NBC affiliate that Soto's autopsy will not be released because she was a minor whose death was related to an act of domestic violence and is therefore confidential and exempt from release.
As much as I don't want to have to hear what happened to her, and I understand that they're protecting her, but I also feel like it protects him.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone needs to hear what this monster did.
I agree.
Like, and I'm sure I get it. Like, I get it. But I also just feel like
I think that they will when they have all of their ducks in a row. Yeah. I just think right now they want to make sure they don't jeopardize anything because you have to remember, we need to get a jury, and to find someone who hasn't known all of the information is really hard. So they really need to keep together what they know.
Well, they would have had me until now.
So
of course they would have heard my background and be like, you
get out of here.
You can't listen to this. I've been like, let me just sit here. They'd be like, ma'am, no. I'll be like, can I just talk to him? Because then I would go in and hurt him. I'd hurt him bad.
So I believe it was last week, or maybe it was early this week. Her biological father, I just feel awful for him. Him and his wife, who was Madeline's stepmom, they're in tears. And I feel really, really bad for them. I believe he lived in Texas. With a second that Jennifer called him and told him what was going on. This is before they found out all of this. This was the day that she was missing. He said she seemed anxious. He didn't really give any indication one way or the other. So he drove to Florida, as that was happening. And he was also saying, because they asked, have you ever had any interactions with Stefan? What was your vibe? And he's like, I had an interaction with him via Instagram. He's like, because I wanted to see if I got any icks from him. And he's like, he seemed warm and inviting enough, but he was not very responsive. So he really didn't get a good read on him when they asked him on the opinion on if Jennifer was a good mother. And this man is so respectful and does not say anything that he deems like he's very careful with what he says, but he just said that it kind of has to be determined. And that's what we've been given. So it's sounding like he doesn't want to say something that he doesn't know, but he also is kind of questioning, like, how does this happen?
Like, I guess it's like, how do you damn somebody, you know? But I think I hear what he's saying. Like, you can't, I guess, with good conscience, damn. But at the same time, it could really give them an idea and a look into who Jen, because I really think, I understand she's been cooperative. That's awesome. Yep. But there is that little flaw in the beginning. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to go back to, again, unless you are just being completely stupid, there's now me, and I understand that I've been through abuse, so maybe, but there's been another person, and I'm sure more people who look at that child's eyes. And know.
So many people have said.
And I would be questioning who, like, who, you know, what's happened. And so I think that, what I think happened is he's been abusing her all this time. I know some people are like, I think that, you know, maybe she was threatening to finally tell and all that kind of stuff. I think something went too far.
I do too.
Like too far.
Yep.
And I think it went so far that, you know, because it's always going to level up.
Yeah.
He's obviously a perpetrator. Yep. He obviously has disgusting ideas. You know, it's always going to level up. And I think it went too far. Yeah. And my opinion, that Jen Soto knew something.
I think so too. I was going to say my opinion is the same. I have heard that some people speculate maybe that was the night she was going to tell, or I think the same thing. I think something went too far on accident, and then he had to kind of piece things together.
And I think she's standing by her mans. I do.
I think so too. I kind of, after seeing like a lot of the videos with her and her just consoling him. Yeah. You'd think it'd be the other way around.
Exactly.
In reality, and her main concern is making sure he's comfortable, and it's weird.
And who says he didn't have some weird idea of a relationship between him and Madeline? So maybe the fact that he's showing like these real upsettedness, maybe he was, because things went too far. I don't think it makes it any different. But I do think a lot of times that people with such a fucked up brain can create that in their head. But the fact is that she is just another woman that I very much believe is standing by her dude because they're just so sick.
Yeah. It's possible. It's very possible. I still want more information on... I would like to see more information on the home life prior.
That's what
I would really like to. I am hoping more stuff comes out about that. Like, what was the vibe here? Is it true that they were in a one bedroom? Because if they were and they're all sharing a bedroom, like, how do you not know? Did the mother work from home? Is this like proven? There's just a lot of questions I have, but here's what I think happened. I think the same thing. Something went too far. I think she was dead before she even left the house Monday morning.
She left her phone. That's just...
Yeah, I think I don't understand the conflict that the mother's story is having. I understand, like, sometimes, you know, when you're busy, like, it's easy to mess up times.
Absolutely.
I can get that. But there's a big difference in telling someone that you saw your daughter getting dressed at like 8:20 and then there being video of her potentially dead in the car at 7 something in the morning. Yeah. Where Stefan is throwing out her school laptop and bag.
Yeah, because that he was probably setting himself another alibi. Oh, she was definitely run away. Look, she threw away her laptop and everything. But again, why would she? They can't track her with her laptop. Yeah. Like, again, why would she leave her phone? Yeah. She is a 13-year-old, just turned 13-year-old. They do not have the thought of, oh, they'll be able to find my location. Her thought is, I can't talk to my friends. Right. I can't do this. Like, you know, if she was quote unquote actually going to run away, that phone was going with her.
Also, maybe I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure if your phone is off, it can't be tracked. So in that case, she could have just turned her phone off and kept it with her.
Exactly.
But
that's safety though. If you're running away as a kid, like, you still want some kind of safety.
Absolutely.
That phone is safety.
Yeah.
And I just think that everything, what I think is, I'm sorry, you were going on with what you think, though.
That's pretty much
I think 100% things went too far. I think 100% I think he went to Jen and was like, I'm so sorry, this happened. And Jen, I'm sorry, she had to have known things were going on.
Something.
Maybe she didn't see it. I'm not going to say that she was a part of it or that she saw anything. She knew.
Yeah, there had to be something.
And I think that he went there and was like, I didn't mean for this. She asked me, she pulled me in. She, you know how they love to victim blame.
Oh, yeah.
Please, baby, or whatever, help me. And then so she's creating an alibi for him.
Yep.
And then why he's going and doing all this. And she's being cooperative because she didn't necessarily do it.
Yeah.
But she knows.
Yeah.
And you know what? If she gets away with it, she gets to live the rest of her life knowing that. But at the same time, I saw the way Madeline was dressed. Not provocatively. She had very poor clothes. I think that she wasn't cared for. You know, I saw her hairstyle, you know, things like that. So the idea of a 1-bedroom apartment isn't far-fetched for me. Because it did look like they did not have money.
Yep.
At all.
Yeah.
It's just a sad case. It's just sad. Another sad one. Like, and I think it's great that the police are keeping things close to their chest so that they don't ruin anything, so they can literally nail this guy's balls to the wall. Like,
I think they have all the information they need.
I think so.
I think they got it covered.
I think they did it smart. Yep. And, you know, as much as I want everything he did put out there, because I want everyone to know what a fucking monster this guy is. Like, look at this dude.
Yes.
He is a monster.
Yep.
You know, I am glad they're not, so that they can nail him.
Yeah.
And I really hope by May 13th, it comes back that he gets murder charges as well. I know it has to be more to come, because I'm like, is there semen? Is there, you know, is there any DNA trace on her body? You know, like.
I'm also hearing that it could take up to 2 years for them to get all of this information to pin.
But he'll be in jail.
Right.
During
he'll
that time.
be in jail because of just all of the shit that he's got on him.
But still, it's like.
I don't know. It puts me in a bad mood. It pisses me off. And.
It pisses me off so bad. But it's such a passion for me. It's such a passion for me to see these guys like taken down.
Yep.
Like, I think I couldn't now, but like I want at a point in time we're thinking about being in like a special victim unit, like doing, but I can't have the loss.
Yeah.
Because I can't watch these, I can't put them away. I know me. I would never be able to get in front of a person like that, see what they've done, and not literally start beating the crap out of them.
You know what? I think me and you could make a good team. Because I can. I feel like I'm pretty good at
like leave the room,
Heather. Or I'll just be like, I didn't see that.
I'll be like, this going.
Because I actually think I would be really, like, I see some of, like, what cops do when they're, like, and they did this even with Stefan when he was, like, being transported from one county to the next. The cops making conversation with him, making it seem like he's not a threat. And he's like, and I feel like I'd be so good at that. I feel like I'd be so good at that. Like, making sure everything's okay.
Bad cop, good cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know I'd be the bad. You know I couldn't keep my...
No, you can't.
I'd be outwardly disgusted.
You would be.
I would be, and then you would come in like, just go ahead and excuse her. Yeah. Like, she just, you know, is
she giving you a hard time?
She's a short fuse.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I feel like I'd be real good at that. Like, making them feel like...
She threatened to cut your balls off. Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry.
All right, well, I can play that. I could never with those. I could with like, I really feel like I could with woman abusers, like stuff like that. I could put on a face just to nail them. But when it comes
to kids,
I can't.
Animals,
I lose my shit.
Yeah, me too. I know it's
but,
hard. I want to end it though with, I'm sure a lot of you have seen the pictures of him. That, and I know this is something we know now. But most monsters do not look like monsters.
They don't.
They look like your normal person. I believe, allegedly, he worked at Epcot.
He did before.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I actually read, Liz read into that.
Okay.
So he did at one point in time, but it was like way before. It wasn't during this time.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put out there that when I say that I can see it with him, it's just it's again because I've lived that. I've lived through that. So I think that people have been victims, have some like good red flags with people. But absolutely, I always say, do you think someone like who's a repeat offender, do you think if they were noticeable, they would be doing this? Like, you know what I'm saying? They would be caught already and put away.
Yep. Most of the monsters look like normal humans, and that's what's very scary.
And there's just always, I do say there's always some signs.
Yes.
You know, way too familiar with, like, especially like when you are in a relationship. If the person you're in a relationship with is already wanting to step over boundaries, and I'm talking about being the parent when they shouldn't be the parent, that's always a sign. If the person is, you know, just very familiar with that child. If the child seems very familiar with that person.
Yep.
So there's not like a boundary there.
Yeah.
Like they're very, and you can, you know, there's just that thing there that you're going to be like,
there's something.
yeah. You know, that you can also see with a man that typically wants to keep that boundary. They do. So
Absolutely.
like if they're newly with someone, you know, they're not going to have the child on their lap. They're going to be like, hey, let's put you fist bump, or, you know, like they're going to have that, and they're not going to try to be a parent. I'm always talking about red flag if someone you're dating or being with automatically, and I'm sorry, 8 to 13 is not a lot of years. No. But if they're trying to be a parent, you need to really like look at the situation. Yeah. So
I agree.
Yeah.
And also making a very open conversation for your children to come to you and in confidence and tell you what's going on, and make sure you're telling your kids what is okay and what is not for another adult to be doing or talking to with them needs to happen. And it needs to happen a lot younger than you would expect.
Absolutely.
It needs to.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean,
I'm a big firm believer, and I've told my kids from the beginning,
I've seen
an adult should never ask you to keep a secret. And I'm talking about the smallest of things.
Absolutely.
They should never ask you to keep a secret or say just between you or I, because they're going to groom. And they're going to start off small and make sure. And I also, my kids know they come to me, I will have their back. Yep. Like 100%. You know, and I think that's the biggest thing is if your kid comes to you and they're like, this is happening, don't automatically think there's no way. Yeah. You need to listen to them.
Absolutely.
And then be like, I'm going to get you therapy. And I'm going to make this person leave until I can assess everything and make sure what's happening. Right. Because I'm not saying that there's never going to be a time that if a kid's troubled, they could, but you can absolutely remove that person. Yeah. You can tell by their, you know, there's just so many signs.
Absolutely.
So just literally make that open line of communication. Like you were saying, make it to where they're comfortable to come to you and say, this person's hurting me. Right. He asked me to keep a secret. And then he touched me, you know, whatever it is. Yeah. And then take action. Yep. Don't automatically be like, but it's my relationship.
No, it's your child.
Yes.
That's what's the main concern here.
Absolutely. You know? That's a tough one. It was a tough one today. It does piss me off to the nth degree. Like, nah.
I know.
But I wish Madeline Soto nothing but the most amazing second life. I wish her the best. Like, I hope that she gets everything she should have had in this life and more. So, and I'm glad that she doesn't have to. I'm not glad that she's dead by any means, but I wish it could have been removed another way. But that pain, like,
yes,
that pain.
She's not having to suffer
of having to go through what she's gone through since 8 or even before. I have no idea, but. It's just a sad case. And it's just a case that
is all too familiar.
Over and over and over. I always say we gotta protect the kids. Yeah. I just don't know how or when that's going to happen. Yeah. But I don't know. Yep.
Well, I'm sorry to end it on this sad note, guys, but we'll be doing a very interesting one for the next one. We're going to be covering the Black Dahlia. So sad, but it's a very, very long time ago, and
very interesting case.
So interesting.
Where the media royally fucks it up.
Yeah. You want to talk about bad example of media coverage? That's what the next episode will be.
Blow your mind.
So, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching and, well, listening. But we'll see you in the next one. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.